Okay guys, so today I'm going to be looking at a command here, the ls-t command. Now what this command is telling me, um, pretty much which the last file that I actually modified will be appearing at the top. So in this case, it's actually pointing to my Python, or the first file it will show is the last file that I have modified. So we can look at it from this angle, ls-1t. So I'm just putting it in a column order here. So my Python seems to be the last file that I have modified, which I did. So now let's try to do some changes here. Let us go to documents, ls. So I'm just gonna um, let us say I go into cd raj linux notes ls. Now there are two files here. Let us see I do a touch um, raj 2.txt. Alright, ls. So now I have a raj 2.txt. So I've done some work within documents, and I'll try to go back now to my home. So if I run ls-t now, look what happens. Nothing happens. So it means that just making a file didn't help me. I'm still having my Python as the last file that I edited. But let's say I go back to documents, and I go into Raj Linux notes. Now I'm gonna do something to this file, raj2.txt. All right, so let's see, I write here hello, and escape it. I save that. ls. Now let's cat this file, raj2.txt. So it shows up that I have a hello. Now I am going to go back, right, to my home directory, and I'm going to run ls-t. Now initially it was showing my Python. Let's see what it does now. Wow, it still shows my Python. No. What if I go to cd desktop, cd documents here, ls-t. Okay, I see what's happening here. So you have to go to a particular directory. Now it doesn't give you, like, let's say I go into documents directory, it doesn't tell me that the documents directory was modified. If I go into an actual directory, and then you have a subdirectory, I think that's where it gives you more options to tell you that something was modified. So so if I go ls dash lth Now it's pointing to Raj Linux notes, and then I go into the Raj Linux notes, cd Raj Linux notes, and I do the same ls-lth. Let us see what it does. So it's showing that this file is the last file that was touched within this directory. Now this is all experimental. As I learn, I am recording this, so if there is a guy that seems to know a better shortcut, then do tell me. But this is a way that I can learn something here using this ls-t command. It seems to go to a directory, so a subdirectory. You can start from a directory, you get a subdirectory, right? And within that you have files, and if you modify a file, you run the command, then you see the file. If I modify something and I go back to the home directory, it doesn't seem to work with the directories. Like I should try something more. Let's see here. cd, I want to see what happens if I do something like this. So I do ls and ls-t, and I'm still getting my Python. Right now, what about, let's see if there's a help command here for ls-help. So is there an R? So reverse order while sorting, list subdirectories recursively. So that's a minus capital R, minus T, sort by modification time, US first, assume stops at each column instead of 8, sort and show by access time. So let's try something like this. ls-r, right, t lh. Let's see what it gets. If I do this in this format, let's see what is at the top of this. Wow. So it still shows my last being my Python. Documents is third in row here. Okay. So guys, this here, what I'm doing, right, it's pretty much trying to learn Linux or check stuff on the fly, right? So if you want to follow me, you're new to Linux, or you want to experiment more with certain commands, we can do this together. So I'll stop this video here. All right, I'll get a next shot at this ls. In fact, let me show you this before I go. ls-t, right? If you use this more here now, right? Well, you don't have a lot, but if I do ls-l/etc, oh, sorry, l/etc, so you have all of this. But let us say you want to see it, you want to go slow on this, right? Minus l/etc, and you put a more on this. So now it gives you an option. It's scrolling through, and I hit enter key. I get more, right? So you can keep hitting the more button here. The last file I got there was XPDF. Now let's rerun this, and XPDF was the last one. All right, but we didn't see from the top. So using ls slash or dash t, we get the last file modified. In this case, it seems like it's going to MyPython, which I did before I started this video. So it doesn't go into the subdirectory like documents and show us anything there. And then using ls-1 t gives us in a vertical way or a column, right? Using ls-lht we have more information, right? Permissions and date and size of the file and name of the file, time access, right? But I was thinking that it should have showed me here that I accessed documents on February the 18th. It didn't do that, so we'll see. I'll stop here and I will go back, make a next run at this. All right, enjoy your Linux learning, and thank you for watching. Good. So I'll stop here.